What if I told you that some of Hollywood's most iconic stars led wildly adventurous love lives? From Gary Cooper's countless romances with his co-stars to the infamous list of lovers belonging to Diddy, these tales are far more intense than you might imagine. Let's dive into 25 of Hollywood's most notable sex enthusiasts and uncover their sizzling stories. Mike Tyson, celebrated as one of the most electrifying and controversial boxers in history, made his mark not only through his raw power and ferocious fighting style, but also due to his dramatic ascent to fame. Becoming the youngest heavyweight champion at just 20 years old, a record that still stands, Tyson's career was as much shaped by his triumphs as by his turbulent personal life. His infamous 1992 conviction for rape resulted in a prison sentence and a significant fall from grace. Although he eventually returned to boxing, his career never fully recovered. Tyson's life outside the ring was marked by high-profile marriages, public disputes, and battles with addiction. Married 3 times, including to actress Robin Givens, a relationship that became a media sensation, his tumultuous personal affairs were constantly under the spotlight. Despite these challenges, Tyson reinvented himself as a pop culture icon, starring in movies and even performing a one-man show on Broadway. His life has been a roller coaster of triumph, scandal, and redemption, making him one of the most fascinating figures in sports history. Louise Brooks had a brief yet significant presence in the world of cinema, known for her distinctive beauty and unique acting approach. Despite her success in Hollywood, she harbored a strong resentment toward the film industry. Brooks embraced a lifestyle characterized by indulgence, immersing herself in sex, literature, and gin, living unapologetically on her own terms. After parting ways with her first husband, director Eddie Sutherland, she developed an infatuation with George Preston Marshall, the owner of the Washington Redskins. However, this passion quickly faded, and she married another man, only to divorce him within 6 months. Brooks' romantic life was marked by numerous affairs, including a brief liaison with the celebrated actress Greta Garbo. She was unafraid to express her sexuality, often challenging societal norms by posing nude. By the age of 26, Brooks had withdrawn from acting, choosing to walk away from the Hollywood limelight. Though her later years were marked by financial struggles, she stood firm in her decision to leave the industry, proud of her choice to live life on her own terms. Gary Cooper stood as one of Hollywood's most celebrated leading men, starring in classics like High Noon and Sergeant York. Yet beneath his silver screen charm lay a personal life peppered with numerous affairs, particularly with his female co-stars, cementing his reputation as a notorious womanizer. His romantic entanglements were so frequent that it seemed each new film brought another affair. Whispers of Cooper's liaisons included many prominent actresses, among them Clara Bow and Lupe Velez. One of the most talked-about scandals involved his simultaneous relationships with Wildest and Marlene Dietrich. While dating Velez, Cooper engaged in an affair with Dietrich, which ignited a fierce rivalry between the two women. Velez, feeling deeply betrayed, insisted on being present during filming alongside Dietrich, and her fury escalated to the point where she even threatened to shoot Cooper upon discovering the truth. Cooper's charismatic presence extended beyond these scandalous romances. He also had a fling with the celebrated Tallulah Bankhead, who famously declared that the sole reason she ventured into Hollywood was to divine Gary Cooper. His good looks and magnetic personality ensured that his passionate affairs remained a central part of his legacy throughout his career. Marilyn Monroe was one of Hollywood's most iconic sex symbols, celebrated for her stunning beauty and unforgettable performances in films such as Some Like It Hot and The 7-Year Itch. She epitomized Hollywood glamour and sensuality, establishing herself as a name recognized worldwide and securing her place as one of cinema's most influential actresses. Her personal life was as dramatic as her career, marked by high-profile romances, heartbreak, and turbulent relationships. Monroe was linked to numerous famous personalities, ranging from actors and athletes to politicians, captivating the public's imagination. Her marriages to baseball legend Joe DiMaggio and playwright Arthur Miller attracted widespread attention, but both ended in divorce due to a mix of personal challenges and external pressures. DiMaggio deeply admired her, yet their marriage was short-lived, strained by Monroe's demanding career and his jealousy. Her second marriage to Miller collapsed partly because of her ongoing struggles with mental health, emotional instability, and substance abuse. Despite her fame, Monroe grappled with finding lasting happiness in her personal life. One of the most infamous aspects of her love life was the rumored affair with President John F. Kennedy. Although widely speculated upon, the relationship became impossible to ignore publicly, fueling significant tension and media frenzy. While Jackie Kennedy often turned a blind eye to her husband's infidelities, the very public nature of Monroe and Kennedy's liaison brought unwanted scandal. Combined with Monroe's own battles with fame and self-esteem, this affair contributed to the emotional turmoil that shadowed her entire life, making her a tragic figure in the eyes of the public. Vivien Leigh, celebrated for her unforgettable performances as Scarlett O'Hara in Gone with the Wind and Blanche DuBois in A Streetcar Named Desire, was renowned not only for her beauty, but also for the fiery passion that permeated both her career and personal life. Her journey to stardom was marked by ambition and controversy, particularly in her relationship with Sir Laurence Olivier. Leigh first became captivated by Olivier when she saw him in a play, boldly declaring, "That's the man I'm going to marry," even though she was already married at the time. Her determination was unwavering. She was ready to leave everything behind to pursue her dreams. Olivier, who was married to actress Jill Esmond and whose wife was pregnant, showed little effort to hide his growing attraction to Leigh. Their affair began on a vacation in Capri, sparking a major scandal. In a dramatic turn of events, Olivier ended his marriage to Esmond and soon married Leigh. Their union was passionate but volatile, as both were fiercely driven individuals whose ambitions often clashed. Their personal lives were as dramatic and intense as the legendary roles they portrayed on screen. The love story of Vivien Leigh and Laurence Olivier became one of Hollywood's most turbulent and memorable tales, reflecting the intensity and complexities that shaped Leigh's life beyond her iconic performances. Jane Mansfield, much like Mae West, was known for her glamorous and provocative lifestyle, making her a quintessential blonde bombshell of Hollywood. Her life was peppered with numerous romantic escapades and extravagant parties that often captured public attention. One of the most memorable moments highlighting her charisma involved actress Sophia Loren, who was famously photographed casting a side-eye glance at Mansfield's revealing cleavage, showcasing Mansfield's flair for glamour and allure. Mansfield's love life was equally colorful, with many rumored liaisons, including whispers of a connection to President John F. Kennedy. However, perhaps the most controversial association was with Anton LaVey, the founder of the Church of Satan. Though LaVey claimed they had a romantic relationship, Mansfield denied any such involvement, instead choosing to delight in playfully teasing him. According to LaVey's publicist, Mansfield would even call him from her Los Angeles home, cheekily taunting him while her friends eavesdropped on the conversations. This behavior was her way of mocking the infatuated Satanist. Claims of an affair between Mansfield and LaVey only surfaced after her tragic death in a car accident. LaVey went as far as suggesting that the accident was caused by a curse he had allegedly placed on her lover, Sam Brody. Despite the rumors and drama, Mansfield maintained her trademark charm and continued to captivate Hollywood with her bold presence and unapologetic lifestyle. John Barrymore, renowned as a legendary actor of his era, captivated audiences with his remarkable talent and compelling performances. Yet, beyond the stage and screen, his personal life was marked by excess and turbulence. Barrymore earned a reputation as a Hollywood bad boy, largely due to his heavy drinking and numerous romantic entanglements. Despite his considerable professional success, his craving for excitement and indulgence often drew him into a chaotic lifestyle filled with turmoil. Barrymore's love life was as dramatic as his acting career. He was married 4 times, with each marriage ultimately ending in divorce, often because of his infidelity. His first wife, actress Catherine Corey Harris, left him due to his unfaithfulness. His subsequent marriage to poet Blanche Ulrich also dissolved amid struggles with alcoholism and affairs. Similarly, his third marriage to actress Dolores Costello ended under the strain of his reckless behavior, while his final marriage to actress Elaine Barry was marred by public altercations and eventual separation. In addition to his marriages, Barrymore engaged in numerous affairs with famous women, including prominent actresses like Mary Astor and Greta Garbo. His natural charm made him irresistible, yet his relationships rarely lasted long, often disrupted by his excessive lifestyle. Ultimately, John Barrymore's personal saga was one of captivating talent overshadowed by a tumultuous private life drenched in scandal and excess. Chris Brown stands out as one of the most gifted yet contentious figures in the contemporary music scene. His career is marked by remarkable achievements, but his personal life has frequently diverted attention away from his musical talents. Brown's high-profile romance with Rihanna became a defining and tumultuous chapter. Their relationship, which began in the late 2000s, ended dramatically after a 2009 incident of assault just before the Grammy Awards, sending shockwaves through the entertainment industry. The aftermath of this event haunted Brown for years. Following the breakup, he engaged in several other relationships, including with women like Karrueche Tran and Amika Harris. His relationship with Tran was notably stormy, characterized by public disputes and several breakups over a span of years. In more recent times, Brown and Harris have shared a son together, Iko Katori Brown. Through all these ups and downs, Brown's life has been a mosaic of soaring musical success juxtaposed against personal struggles and controversies. Despite the scandals and ongoing legal issues, he has maintained a significant presence in the music industry, continuously releasing hits and proving his resilience in the face of adversity. Diana Dors, a British cult actress, was infamous for her glamorous yet scandalous lifestyle. Known for her grand mansion and eccentric style, she became the talk of the town through her wild parties and multiple marriages. Her reputation as a wayward figure was cemented by the Archbishop of Canterbury's harsh label of her as a wayward hussy. Dors starred in several low-budget films, but it was her outrageous social life that garnered the most attention. She hosted notorious sex parties at her estate, Orchard Manor in Sunningdale, Berkshire, where almost anything was permitted. Guests at these gatherings were often entertained by grainy videos streamed via a hidden video link, capturing unsuspecting couples in intimate moments. The revelry and open hedonism of these parties became the focal point of local gossip. Despite the controversies and the steady churn of public scrutiny, Diana Dors embraced her scandalous image, living life unapologetically on her own terms and savoring the drama that surrounded her. Daisy and Violet Hilton, the famous conjoined twins, rose to stardom during the 1920s and 1930s with appearances in films like Freaks and Chained for Life. Born joined at the lower back and spine, they captivated audiences with their charm and lively personalities despite their unique condition. Their romantic lives were complex and fraught with challenges due to their physical connection. Although lacking physical privacy, the twins developed the ability to mentally tune each other out, which proved essential in navigating their relationships. Their first known affair involved a married man, leading to legal complications when his wife cited the twins in divorce proceedings. Daisy later attempted to wed musician Jack Lewis, but no state would issue a marriage license given their conjoined status. As time passed and their popularity dwindled, the Hilton twins faced poverty and hardship. Their later years were marked by tragedy, ultimately culminating in difficult circumstances that contrasted sharply with their earlier fame and glamour. Clark Gable was one of Hollywood's most charismatic and renowned actors, celebrated for his undeniable charm and rugged good looks. Known for his womanizing ways, Gable's personal life was as eventful as his illustrious career. Over the years, he married 5 times and engaged in numerous affairs, often involving his female co-stars. His romantic escapades began early, starting with a relationship with a theater manager who was significantly older than him, a pattern that he maintained throughout his life. Many of these older women provided financial and emotional support, helping to advance his career and secure a contract with MGM. As Gable's fame soared, so did his appetite for romance. One of his most publicized and scandalous affairs was with Joan Crawford, a liaison that stirred so much controversy MGM considered invoking a morality clause to control the fallout. Another highly notorious affair was with actress Loretta Young, which resulted in a pregnancy, intensifying tensions with MGM and complicating his public image, especially since Gable was married at the time. Despite the chaos surrounding his love life, Clark Gable's charisma remained unmistakable. His fellow co-star Doris Day described him as possessing a rare blend of masculinity and boyish charm that made him irresistible to many. This magnetic personality and string of passionate relationships cemented Gable's legacy not only as a legendary leading man but also as one of Hollywood's most infamous ladies' men. Charlie Chaplin, famously known for his timeless roles in silent films, lived a life that starkly contrasted with his beloved on-screen persona. While admired worldwide for his cinematic genius, Chaplin's personal life was riddled with controversy. He had a peculiar penchant for marrying very young women, 3 times to teenagers, including 2 marriages to 16-year-olds and once to an 18-year-old. His private conduct was equally notorious. Chaplin often hosted wild orgies with his friend Fatty Arbuckle and exploited aspiring actresses. In one of Hollywood's earliest and most unsettling casting couch scandals, Chaplin would communicate with actresses during auditions using caption cards to mimic silent films, but these cards often contained lewd and suggestive messages. He sometimes went further by fondling actresses or compelling them to perform inappropriate acts, starkly contradicting his innocent public image. This exploitation cast a long shadow over Chaplin's legacy, revealing a troubling side to one of the silent film era's most iconic stars. Errol Flynn, celebrated for his swashbuckling roles and charismatic boyish charm, was as notorious off-screen as he was on it. His rebellious nature surfaced early, having been expelled from school multiple times, including for an affair with a laundress. Flynn's growing fame only amplified his indulgent lifestyle, dominated by heavy drinking and numerous romantic escapades. While his publicists initially shielded his image, the truth eventually emerged. His notoriety expanded due to incidents like slapping a gossip columnist and allegations of predilection for underage girls, which led to charges of statutory rape. Although he avoided conviction, these scandals took a toll on his career and health. Flynn's excessive lifestyle, characterized by incessant affairs and alcohol abuse, ultimately precipitated a decline in his film career, pushing him towards television roles. His wild personal life remains a stark contrast to the daring heroes he portrayed on screen. Marlon Brando stands as one of Hollywood's most legendary actors, famed for his unforgettable performances in classics like A Streetcar Named Desire and The Godfather. Yet, behind the powerful characters he portrayed on screen lay an equally intense and complex personal life. Known for his insatiable sexual appetite, Brando was open about his relationships with both men and women, making him a bold figure for his time by embracing his bisexuality. His charm and striking good looks made him irresistible to many, leading to numerous high-profile affairs with prominent Hollywood figures such as Marilyn Monroe and James Dean. From a young age, Brando sought out passionate and thrilling relationships, constantly craving excitement and adventure, which mirrored his restless spirit both on and off the screen. Brando's candid embrace of his sexual identity was groundbreaking during an era when such topics were rarely discussed publicly. This openness made him a trailblazer, but also a controversial figure within the entertainment industry. His longing for intensity often resulted in a string of tumultuous romantic entanglements. He openly admitted struggling with fidelity, always searching for new experiences and partners to satisfy his yearning for novelty. Beneath the surface, Brando battled emotional pain and vulnerability. His sexual addiction can be seen as a coping mechanism, a way to mask deep feelings of loneliness and insecurity. This emotional turmoil fueled a lifestyle filled with short-lived and tumultuous relationships, leaving behind a trail of heartbreak and rumors. Brando's legacy stretches far beyond his cinematic achievements. His passionate, unpredictable personal life kept the public captivated for decades. His story remains one of Hollywood's most spicy and unexpected sagas, blending raw talent with a scandalous and fiercely independent spirit. Ava Gardner was a celebrated actress, renowned for her stunning beauty and remarkable talent. She starred in numerous iconic films, securing her place as one of Hollywood's most glamorous stars. However, her personal life was often marked by drama and scandal, largely due to her tempestuous romantic relationships. Gardner was married 3 times, each union characterized by passion and conflict. Her first marriage was to actor Mickey Rooney, whom she wed at just 19 years old. Unfortunately, their marriage lasted only a year, ending due to Rooney's infidelity. Her second marriage to bandleader Artie Shaw was similarly brief, dissolving amid Shaw's controlling and critical nature. Perhaps her most famous marriage was to singer Frank Sinatra. Their relationship was filled with intense passion, public arguments, and reconciliations. Despite their deep love for one another, their marriage lasted only 6 years. Sinatra remained one of Gardner's great loves, and their bond endured even after their divorce. Beyond her marriages, Ava Gardner engaged in several high-profile affairs with notable figures such as actor Howard Hughes, Robert Taylor, and bullfighter Luis Miguel Dominguez. Her love life was a frequent topic of Hollywood gossip, making her one of the most talked-about stars of her era. Gardner's relentless pursuit of love and excitement often led her into intense but fleeting relationships. She was drawn to passionate men, and this ceaseless quest for romantic adventure appeared as a form of sex addiction, as she seemed unable to find lasting stability. Joan Crawford was a legendary actress celebrated for her commanding screen presence and dramatic roles. While she became a Hollywood icon, her personal life was just as intense as her career. Known for numerous affairs with both men and women, Crawford's love life attracted constant gossip. Her rise to stardom began in the silent film era, quickly propelling her to fame. Alongside her professional success, she experienced a series of high-profile relationships and marriages, for in total, these unions were often marked by infidelity and turmoil. Her husbands included actors Douglas Fairbanks Jr. and Frank Attone, as well as businessmen Philip Terry and Alfred Steele. Beyond her marriages, Crawford's numerous affairs contributed to her reputation for magnetic charm and beauty. Among her rumored lovers were notable figures such as actor Clark Gable and director Vincent Sherman. Crawford's relationships with women, while less publicly discussed due to the era's constraints, were also well known within Hollywood circles. She had romantic entanglements with actresses like Greta Garbo and Barbara Stanwyck. Driven by an insatiable need for love and attention, Crawford frequently sought new romances, often with influential and attractive partners. Her bisexuality, though an open secret in Hollywood, was embraced without apology, showcasing her unapologetic approach to desire and relationships. Rita Hayworth was one of Hollywood's most glamorous and cherished actresses, renowned for her stunning beauty and captivating performances. However, her personal life was fraught with high-profile marriages and romantic entanglements that consistently kept her in the spotlight of Hollywood gossip. Among her most notable marriages was her union with filmmaker Orson Welles, which began in 1943. This couple was celebrated as one of the industry's most glamorous pairs, yet their relationship faced significant challenges due to Welles's infidelities and demanding career. ultimately leading to their divorce in 1947. Despite their separation, Hayworth and Wells maintained mutual respect and continued to support each other's work. Following her marriage to Wells, Hayworth became involved with Prince Ali Khan, the son of a prominent family. Their 1949 marriage captured global attention, especially as Hayworth embraced her new royal title as a princess. Nevertheless, this relationship too was troubled, primarily by Ali Khan's unfaithfulness, culminating in their divorce in 1953. Afterward, Hayworth returned to Hollywood and entered into 2 more marriages, both of which eventually ended in divorce. Throughout her life, Rita Hayworth's personal affairs remained a significant source of public intrigue, mirroring the drama and glamour that defined much of her career. Lana Turner was a strikingly beautiful actress whose glamorous public image masked a deeply tumultuous personal life. Known for her numerous marriages and headline-grabbing affairs, she became a staple of Hollywood gossip. Turner was married 8 times to 7 different men, each relationship marked by drama and intensity. Her first marriage to bandleader Artie Shaw in 1940 lasted only a few months. She then married actor Joseph Stephen Crane twice, in 1942 and again in 1943 after a brief divorce, with their relationship characterized by frequent breakups and reunions. One of Turner's most infamous relationships was with mobster Johnny Stompanato. Their affair was passionate but volatile, ending tragically in 1958 when Turner's teenage daughter, Cheryl Crane, fatally stabbed Stompanato, claiming she was defending her mother from an attack. The incident was ruled justifiable homicide, but left a lasting impact on Turner's life and career. Despite these challenges, Lana Turner continued her search for love and stability, marrying millionaire Henry J. Topping Jr. and producer Robert Eaton, among others. However, none of these unions provided lasting happiness, and her personal life remained a roller coaster of emotional highs and lows. Throughout it all, Turner's combination of dazzling beauty and dramatic private affairs kept her at the center of Hollywood's attention. Cary Grant was one of Hollywood's most beloved actors, admired for his suave charm and captivating looks. However, behind the scenes, his private life was far from simple, marked by multiple marriages, affairs, and persistent speculation about his relationships with men. Over his lifetime, Grant married 5 times, with most of his unions ending in divorce. His first marriage to Virginia Cheryl lasted just a year, while his second to the immensely wealthy Barbara Hutton also ended quickly. He found some stability during his 4th marriage to actress Diane Cannon, with whom he had his only child, a daughter named Jennifer, but even that marriage eventually ended bitterly. His final marriage to Barbara Harris brought some semblance of steadiness until his death. In addition to his marriages, Grant's romantic life was filled with numerous affairs, including relationships with famous actresses such as Sophia Loren and Grace Kelly. Speculation about Grant's relationships with men was fueled by his long-term cohabitation with fellow actor Randolph Scott, though Grant always denied any romantic involvement. These complex dynamics painted a picture of a man whose allure extended beyond the screen, making his love life a subject of intrigue and gossip. If Cary Grant's romantic escapades were a film, it would surely be rated R for its blend of passion, complexity, and mystery. Ingrid Bergman was a stunning actress, best known for her marriage to Swedish Dr. Pet Lindstrom, with whom she had a daughter. While still married, she met Italian director Roberto Rossellini in 1949 during the filming of Stromboli. Their affair quickly became public, sparking widespread scandal at a time when such relationships were highly frowned upon. This controversy led to Bergman's divorce from Lindstrom, and she married Rossellini in 1950. Together, they had 3 children, including twin daughters, one of whom is actress Isabella Rossellini. Despite the intense criticism and media scrutiny, Bergman and Rossellini maintained their relationship and collaborated professionally on several films. Her quest for love and excitement was evident in this passionate liaison, marking just one of several relationships throughout her life that drew public attention. Bergman's personal life was often under the spotlight, with her romantic affairs frequently stirring both fascination and judgment, yet she continued to pursue her desires with determination and grace. Elizabeth Taylor, celebrated worldwide for her mesmerizing beauty and formidable acting talent, was equally famous for her stormy and passionate love life. Often regarded as one of Hollywood's ultimate seductresses, Taylor's numerous relationships and marriages captivated public attention and fueled endless gossip. One of the most scandalous chapters in her romantic history involved an affair with singer Eddie Fisher, who was married to her close friend Debbie Reynolds at the time. This controversial romance sparked widespread uproar, eventually leading to Taylor and Fisher's marriage, though their union was brief and ended in divorce. Despite the scandal, Taylor and Reynolds later reconciled, with Taylor offering a heartfelt apology and the two resuming their friendship. Throughout her life, Elizabeth Taylor was married 7 times, with many of these unions marked by intense passion and turmoil. Among her most talked about relationships was her marriage to actor Richard Burton, whom she wed twice and considered the love of her life. Their tumultuous and fiery bond dominated headlines globally, making them one of the most iconic couples in Hollywood history. After her final marriage to construction worker Larry Fortensky ended in 1996, Taylor chose to remain single, dedicating her later years to philanthropy and her illustrious career until her passing in 2011. Her life was a tapestry of romance, drama, and public fascination, embodying the quintessential Hollywood legend whose personal and professional stories continue to enthrall generations. Clara Bow was one of the silent film era's pioneering stars and among Hollywood's first major celebrities. Dubbed the iconic It Girl for her captivating charm and alluring beauty, her career unfortunately became overshadowed by scandal, ultimately leading to her early retirement at the age of 28 in 1931. Much of the turmoil surrounding Bow stemmed from her complex romantic life and traditional views on love. She held deep beliefs in romance and tended to treat her relationships with seriousness. However, this earnestness often resulted in a series of short-lived affairs involving prominent figures, including actor Gary Cooper, director Victor Fleming, and Latin heartthrob Gilbert Roland. Her emotionally charged nature took a toll on her mental health. In the late 1920s, Bow experienced a nervous breakdown and sought treatment from a Hollywood doctor. Ironically, she became infatuated with the same doctor, and when the doctor's wife filed for divorce, she accused Clara Bow of being the cause, adding yet another layer to the controversy that clung to Bow's public image. Perhaps one of the most notorious rumors about Bow, though highly sensational and damaging, was also widely questioned for its truthfulness. Moreover, she endured betrayal behind the scenes when her secretary stole personal files and attempted to blackmail her. This scheme accused Bow of drunkenness and multiple affairs, further sullying her already vulnerable reputation. Despite these challenges, Clara Bow's legacy as the trailblazing It Girl remains firmly intact, remembered as a symbol of early Hollywood glamour and the complexities faced by early film stars both on and off the screen. Sean Diddy Combs stands as a towering figure in the worlds of music and business, renowned for his influential role in shaping hip-hop culture. As the founder of Bad Boy Records, he was instrumental in launching the careers of iconic artists like the Notorious B.I.G., Maze, and Faith Evans. However, alongside his professional triumphs, Diddy's personal life has often been subject to intense public scrutiny and media attention. His romantic relationships have frequently made headlines, contributing to his reputation as a charismatic yet controversial personality. Beyond the gossip, Diddy has faced significant legal challenges throughout his career. In 2019, he became embroiled in a highly publicized lawsuit filed by a former associate and ex-executive of Bad Boy Records, who accused him of harassment and creating a hostile work environment. The lawsuit claimed unwanted sexual advances, leading to a drawn-out legal battle that attracted widespread media coverage. In addition to harassment allegations, Diddy has been caught up in financial disputes regarding business dealings, including lawsuits over royalties owed to artists affiliated with his label. Despite these controversies and ongoing legal troubles, Diddy has demonstrated remarkable resilience, maintaining a powerful presence in the entertainment industry. His story is a testament to the complex interplay between fame, influence, and personal challenges within Hollywood's high-stakes environment. Lamar Odom, a talented NBA star best known for his 2 championship wins with the Los Angeles Lakers, faced a career often overshadowed by his tumultuous personal life. His romantic relationships attracted significant public attention, notably his marriage to Khloe Kardashian. Despite their 4-year union, struggles with addiction and infidelity ultimately led to their separation. Odom's high school sweetheart, Liza Morales, mother of his 3 children, has spoken candidly about the difficulties of co-parenting and the impact of his lifestyle on their family. Later, Odom became engaged to Sabrina Parr, who claimed to support his recovery efforts. However, their relationship ended in a messy and public breakup, filled with mutual accusations. Odom's battles with addiction, including a near-fatal overdose in 2015, alongside rumors of reckless behavior, added further chaos to his personal life. Nevertheless, he has strived to turn things around, openly sharing his journey through fame, love, and redemption as a source of inspiration to others. Charlie Sheen, a well-known Hollywood actor celebrated for his roles in films like Platoon and Ferris Bueller's Day Off, as well as his iconic television role in 2.5 Men, has led a private life as notorious as his career is successful. While Sheen earned fame through his acting talent, his personal life has been marked by a series of scandals, controversies, and tumultuous relationships that frequently captured media attention. His marriages were often fraught with allegations of infidelity, substance abuse, and erratic behavior, which led to highly publicized divorces. Known for his hard-partying lifestyle and volatile personality, Sheen was regularly in the headlines for his battles with addiction and dramatic public outbursts. Despite all this chaos, he remained a beloved figure in Hollywood, with his personal scandals becoming an inseparable part of his public persona. These tales reveal the intricate and often chaotic personal lives behind Hollywood's brightest stars. Fame and fortune frequently intertwined with scandal, passion, and turmoil, painting a picture of celebrities as much defined by their tumultuous relationships as by their public personas. From scandalous affairs to dramatic marriages and personal battles, these stories offer a glimpse into the human complexities concealed behind the glamorous facade of stardom. What if I told you that behind the glitz and glamour of Hollywood's brightest stars lies a world of wild love lives? From Gary Cooper's endless romances with co-stars to Diddy's notorious list, these tales are far hotter than you might imagine. Here are 25 of Hollywood's most notorious sex freaks. 1. Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, the youngest heavyweight champion ever, was not only famed for his terrifying boxing style but also for a personal life riddled with controversy. His 1992 rape conviction led to prison time and a dramatic fall from grace. Despite this, Tyson returned to boxing, though his career was never quite the same. Beyond the ring, he endured 3 high-profile marriages, including one to actress Robin Givens, and public battles with addiction, later reinventing himself as a cultural icon through movies and a Broadway one-man show. Tyson's life has been a roller coaster of triumph, scandal, and redemption. 2. Louise Brooks. Louise Brooks's brief yet memorable career was marked by her refusal to conform to Hollywood standards. She lived unapologetically, indulging in sex, literature, and gin. After leaving her first husband, director Eddie Sutherland, she became enamored with George Preston Marshall but soon moved on, marrying and divorcing quickly. Brooks's numerous love affairs included a fleeting liaison with Greta Garbo. Embracing her sexuality, she often posed nude and defied societal norms before quitting acting at 26. Though she struggled financially later, Brooks never regretted her decision to escape the spotlight. 3. Gary Cooper. Gary Cooper, famed for High Noon and Sergeant York, cultivated a notorious womanizer reputation. His affairs with co-stars were so common that nearly every film brought a new romance. Notable liaisons included Clara Bow, Lupe Velez, and the scandalous Marlene Dietrich, which sparked intense jealousy and even violent confrontations. His charm also won over Tula Bankhead, who famously declared Hollywood's only attraction was Gary Cooper himself. His irresistible allure kept his love life as headline-worthy as his acting career. 4. Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe epitomized Hollywood glamour and sexuality, but led a tumultuous personal life. Her marriages to baseball legend Joe DiMaggio and playwright Arthur Miller ended amid jealousy, mental health struggles, and substance abuse. Among her most infamous affairs was with President John F. Kennedy, a scandal that captivated the media and stoked controversy. While Monroe dazzled on screen, she struggled privately with fame and self-worth, making her a tragic icon. 5. Vivien Leigh. Known for Gone with the Wind and A Streetcar Named Desire, Vivien Leigh's life was as dramatic off-screen as on. Her passionate, volatile marriage to Sir Laurence Olivier began with an affair while both were married, sparking scandal. Their union was marked by fierce ambition and frequent conflict, embodying a love story full of fire and turmoil that echoed their legendary performances. 6. Jayne Mansfield. Jayne Mansfield was Hollywood's glamorous blonde bombshell, infamous for her lavish lifestyle and provocative affairs. She famously engaged in a sly rivalry with Sophia Loren and was rumored to have connections with President Kennedy and Anton LaVey, founder of the Church of Satan. Mansfield playfully teased LaVey, mocking his infatuation until her untimely death in a tragic car accident intensified rumors that even involved curses. 7. John Barrymore. Legendary actor John Barrymore's personal life was marked by excess, especially alcohol and women. Married 4 times, each relationship crumbled under infidelity and substance abuse. His charisma attracted famed actresses like Mary Astor and Greta Garbo, yet his indulgent lifestyle often sabotaged his romances, making his life as dramatic as his stage presence. 8. Chris Brown. Musically gifted yet controversial, Chris Brown's tumultuous love life is well documented, especially his abusive 2009 assault on Rihanna. Their relationship's tragic unraveling cast a long shadow, followed by a series of high-profile romances marked by public breakups and drama. Through struggles with addiction and legal troubles, Brown has managed to maintain a dominant presence in music. 9. Diana Dors. British cult actress Diana Dors was notorious for her scandalous lifestyle, multiple marriages, and wild parties. She hosted infamous sex parties at her sprawling estate where guests watched explicit acts through hidden cameras, a source of endless gossip. Embracing the drama, Dors lived boldly and unapologetically. 10. Daisy and Violet Hilton. Conjoined twins Daisy and Violet Hilton charmed audiences, but faced tragic romantic lives due to their physical bond. They experienced marriages, affairs, and heartbreak while navigating the complexities of intimacy. Despite early showbiz success, they endured poverty and hardship in later life. 11. Clark Gable. Clark Gable's charisma fueled numerous affairs and 5 marriages. His early romantic liaisons, often with older women who supported his career, set the stage for a lifetime of scandal. His affair with Joan Crawford nearly triggered MGM sanctions, and a secret relationship with Loretta Young resulted in a pregnancy controversy. Gable's appeal remained undeniable. 12. Charlie Chaplin. While beloved on-screen, Charlie Chaplin's off-screen life was riddled with controversy. Marrying 3 teenagers and hosting salacious parties, he exploited aspiring actresses with casting couch tactics disguised as silent film tests. His dark personal chapters sharply contrasted with his innocent public persona. 13. Errol Flynn. Charming swashbuckler Errol Flynn's rebellious, youthful escapades included affairs with underage girls and multiple legal troubles. His excessive drinking and womanizing ultimately hurt his health and career, pushing him from film stardom to television roles, while his wild lifestyle remained headline fodder. 14. Marlon Brando. Marlon Brando shattered Hollywood norms by openly embracing bisexuality. His passionate affairs with stars like Marilyn Monroe and James Dean reflected his restless search for excitement and validation. Brando's emotional volatility led to a cascade of short-lived relationships, making his personal life a saga of addiction, passion, and insecurity. 15. Ava Gardner. Ava Gardner was a radiant beauty whose love life was equally dramatic. Her 3 marriages, including one to Frank Sinatra, were fiery and tumultuous. Gardner's numerous affairs with famous men kept her perpetually in the spotlight, her pursuit of passionate romance often interpreted as a form of sex addiction. 16. Joan Crawford. Joan Crawford's powerful presence extended into a love life marked by affairs with both men and women. Married 4 times amid infidelity, she was rumored to have romances with actors like Clark Gable as well as actresses Greta Garbo and Barbara Stanwyck. Her unapologetic embrace of bisexuality was ahead of its time. 17. Rita Hayworth. Hollywood's glamorous Rita Hayworth experienced turbulent marriages to Orson Welles and Prince Ali Khan, both fraught with infidelity and public scandal. Despite their high-profile nature, these relationships ended in divorce, though mutual respect often remained between her and ex-spouses. 18. Lana Turner. Stunning Lana Turner's tumultuous personal life included 8 marriages to 7 men and a notorious relationship with mobster Johnny Stompanato. That romance ended tragically when Turner's teenage daughter fatally stabbed Stompanato to protect her mother, an incident ruled justifiable homicide, but leaving lasting scars. 19. Cary Grant. Adored for charm and elegance, Cary Grant's complex private life featured 5 marriages and widespread rumors about same-sex relationships. Despite denials, his long-term cohabitation with actor Randolph Scott fueled speculation, adding layers of intrigue to his enigmatic persona. 20. Ingrid Bergman. Ingrid Bergman scandalized the public by having an affair with director Roberto Rossellini while married, leading to divorce and widespread media backlash. Their intense passion produced 3 children and several film collaborations, defying convention despite relentless scrutiny. 21. Elizabeth Taylor. Elizabeth Taylor's dazzling beauty and fiery spirit fueled 7 marriages and infamous affairs, including one with singer Eddie Fisher, who was wed to Taylor's close friend Debbie Reynolds at the time.